You tell me one athlete right now that's been dominating the game for 16 years straight without a loss. Tell me one.
All right, so we're at the press conference here in the swanky Grosvenor Hotel for Chris Eubank Jr. against Bellew Saunders. Frank, they both turned up, first of all. That was good. It didn't disappoint, did it? That was a very good, lively press conference.
It was, and that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, for you, for the fans, to hear from the guys. You know, sometimes we know we get a bit of BS and so forth, but, you know, the fans want to hear it, want to see what they're thinking about the fight, and we want to hear, and we want to get, you know, we want to build the anticipation up of the promotion. And thankfully, Chris Jr. showed up today. I mean, Bill's not missed any press conference. He's been here for everyone. So, you know, it became a bit more interesting, a bit more intriguing today.
Was you surprised he turned up? Chris, that is obviously.
Well, me and his father have been having words. Anyway, eventually we got it sorted.
Okay. Both of them talk about early stoppages, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, as they would. Both look in tremendous shape, though, don't they? Both look like they're ready to go.
I know Bill's in the best shape of his career. Yeah. And you look at his pedigree and where he's been, you know, and fights he's had. That tells you something. His last, I mean, coming into this fight, I think this is about his 5th undefeated fight he's fought on the trot. Young Christopher, you know, you look at him, you know he's always in good nick, he's in good condition. But for me, he's stepping up a level in the ring. I mean, I know he's done some, I know he's sparred with quite a few big name fighters. You hear the reports of that, but sparring and the real thing, it's too different.
Young Chris is almost an enigma. No one quite knows what they're going to get. No one knows what they're expecting. I mean, we put a little video out, and it's 50-50 down the line. A lot of people think Billy Joe because of the pedigree and his sport. A lot of people are going Chris because they just expect something. Is that kind of thing you get as well?
Yeah, there is. I mean, there is that. You know, it's got that mysterious thing about it, about him, hasn't he? You know, as you say, it's he's not. Let's be honest. I mean, I've made the last 5 fights. I know the level that he's fought at. Yeah. This is a serious jump up. You know, he's not even fought for a British. So he's going British, Commonwealth, European, all at once, all that jumping up. So it's going to be quite interesting.
Did you watch any boxing Saturday night?
I did see. I seen a recording on a Sunday.
Okay. It's weird because I was watching, sitting down in my house, waiting for a fight to go on. I tuned on Box Nation and I saw Bellew Cleverly, the first one. Coincidence?
No, that's not even down to me. That's down to our schedules. It was a better fight though. And it didn't cost you 20 quid. And it was for a title. And they hadn't both been knocked out by then.
What did you make of that main card?
It was a pure coincidence.
What did you make of that main card fight, Frank?
I thought Nathan won the first 4 or 5 rounds with his jab, and then he just seemed to be, he just didn't, you know, carry on with it. I think, you know, Bellew won the fight, but what did they win? You know, it was something between them, so they're one apiece now. Would you go and fork out another 20 quid to see another helping of that? I certainly would.
I don't think I would. Obviously, this is the first day of fight week. Obviously, a busy schedule all the way up into it. Tomorrow, what we got tomorrow? We got. Was it Wednesday?
I think we've got Frankie Gavin and co tomorrow. Yeah. Some of the undercard guys. Wednesday is
Billy Joe's public workout. Billy Joe's public workout tomorrow.
Derek's on Wednesday and Thursday. We've got everybody and the weigh-in on Friday.
It's going to be a sellout, isn't it? I mean, you said 200-300 tickets left. That's pretty much done.
They'll be gone. I mean, they'll fly out.
A big fight like this, there will be obviously clauses in contracts and stuff. Is there anything in terms of a rematch for any of these?
No, there's no rematch in there. Depends how it wins. You know, whoever wins how. If it's a blowout, one of them wins by a blowout, and if it's a highly contentious decision or it's a very close fight, I hope God forbid there's no like clash heads and the cut stops. Anything can happen in boxing. But you know, fights like this normally turn into something like a trilogy.
I don't want to talk about matching cards. With the Saturday card that's just gone, obviously pay-per-view, obviously you've seen all the Twitter, no one's happy about it. Is it almost this chance for Box Nation to steal a march of this card?
Well, we've always said all along. I think they put that. Let's be honest about it. Why would they put on a pay-per-view show the week before our show? And what they put on was not exactly pay-per-view fair. I mean, everybody agrees that, and that's me being biased, but that's the facts. And they did that to take money out of the market to stop us, I believe, getting subscribers. I think that's what it's all about. It's a TV war. That's what happened. but I think they did themselves a great disservice. Whereas we put on a show on paper. Listen, these fights, I don't believe they'll turn out to be famous, but the bottom line is, on paper, they are good quality fights. The show they put on Saturday, on paper, weren't worth the paper it was written on.
Yeah. Off subject very quickly, Frank. You all see sort of Eastern European fighters, Kovalev and Gennady Golovkin. Have you any interest in fighting those type of fighters? Do you get any interest in that?
Yeah, I mean, Lebedev was with me for quite a while.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been involved in a few of the guys. I mean, there's some great quality fighters coming from the Eastern Europe. Obviously, that's because of the downfall of communism. Whereas, when Russia was USSR was just sending out one representative for the Olympic Games. Probably a lot of guys didn't get a look in. Now you've got all the various countries getting their own fighters from there. From the Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. You've got all those good fighters coming through, and I think that where you had that sort of Eastern European style where the guys would pretty much stand up and, stiff but good jabs and fought as good amateurs, perfect weight to box as an amateur. I think some of them moving to Western Europe, some going to the States, they've sort of changed their styles a bit, and you're seeing some really interesting fighters. You're seeing they're tough, they're hungry, and they're tough. There's no doubt about that.
Someone asked me on my Twitter page to ask you this. Has Frank Warren ever spoke to Al Haymon?
No.
Does he exist?
He does. I'll tell you what, he used to look after one of, in the music business, he used to look after the OJs, which is like, when I was a kid, I loved the OJs. So
what do you make of all that Al Haymon stuff in America at the moment?
Well,
do you pay any interest?
It came about because of Golden Boy, didn't it? Yeah. I mean, he became the guy that advised them, and it's in some ways, I don't know, maybe that's I'm sure if they wouldn't be in that, they would not be doing that today. What they did back then, I think that was a way of doing things. Listen, monopolies are not good for anyone. Monopolies are not good for boxing or in any shape or form. But what he's done, he's guided some. He's looked after his fighters and obviously represented them well. They stick with him and they seem very loyal to him.
Right, for Box Nation viewers, Frank, what time does the card start on Saturday?
It starts very early. I'm not sure what time we go on air, but I think it's 5, 6 o'clock. But we're starting early. We've got a great night. I mean, it's a great night's viewing. There's some really, really good cracking fights.
Right, there you go. That's Frank Warren telling us all at the press conference for Billy Joe versus Chrissy Benton Jr. Thanks for talking to us, Frank. Cheers, mate.